We're doing a pretty quick review here on Monday. I'm Aiden, as usual. I'm going to be doing a horror movie for the rest of the month. Today is Darkness Falls. It's a pretty decent movie, I guess. I saw it for the first time. I think it came out 2001, maybe 2003, one of those years. I saw it when I was like 13 or 14, and just watched it again on Netflix last night, as I hadn't really watched any horror movies recently to do for the month of October. So the movie takes place in a town called Darkness Falls, and in the beginning of the movie it tells you a little bit of a story that happened 150 years ago. There was a woman who, every time a child in the town lost a tooth, she would give a gold coin to that child when they brought her their tooth. I guess she was just being nice, or she was just really weird and had a fetish for teeth. But anyways, so she would do this, and so she got the reputation as the Tooth Fairy or whatever. But then one night, 2 kids disappeared, and she got blamed for it. So then this woman got hanged. Now, 150 years later, she is haunting this town, I guess. Every time a kid loses their last tooth, she comes and takes it. But I guess if you see her, she either kills you or something. And this main character, I can't remember what his name is, and I'm just too much in a rush to even find the simplest things like that. He sees her when she comes to take his last tooth, but she ends up killing his mom, and then people think that he killed his mom, and he has to go into therapy and stuff. And the movie is 12 years after this and stuff, and this girl, or this ghost, this Tooth Fairy ghost, is still haunting this town, and this guy comes back because this girl that he had a thing for 12 years earlier, her little brother, 8-year-old brother, I think, is having problems with the same thing, and he has to try and save all the people from this crazy Tooth Fairy lady. It sounds a bit corny, being the Tooth Fairy and all, but it's a pretty decent movie. I remember it was kind of scary when I was 13 or 14, and watching it last night, I could see how some people would be pretty scared. There's quite a bit of parts where there's a lot of suspense, and it pops up, and it's not like pretty shitty pop-up parts where you're really expecting it for like 2 minutes straight. But they come out of nowhere, and it's decent for scaring. It's not too scary, but if you don't often watch horror movies, and if you scare somewhat easily, this will be a pretty decent movie for you to watch and give yourself a couple scares this Halloween. It's an okay movie. I'd maybe give it a 6 or 7 out of 10 because, oh my god, I heard "get to the light" every like 2 minutes because the Tooth Fairy can't go in the light, and that's how they fight her, because she was burned in a fire before she was hanged, I guess. I don't really know where that came into play with the whole Tooth Fairy thing. Back 150 years ago, she was in a fire, so she would wear a porcelain mask to hide her disfigured face, they take a cheap shot at burn victims in that movie. They're saying, her horribly disfigured, disgusting face. Like, wow, that's mean for if you're a burn victim watching this movie. But, yeah, so she wears this porcelain mask, and you see her, and you kind of see some of her burned face, and she's scary because she's like missing some teeth and stuff too, so she's pretty creepy. But yeah, they say that so much. Get to the light. If you watch this movie, count how many times they say it, please. Count how many times they say it and comment on this video, because they say it at least 20 to 25 times. It's crazy. The main character says it a lot. 6 out of 10 because it's only okay. It's not amazing, but a decent movie to watch if you're looking for a couple good scares. And that's about it this week. See you next Monday for another horror movie review, which might be the movie Cujo, but we'll have to wait and see.